As a child, I grew up with my dad going through cancer treatment for the majority of my childhood, which at the time was kind of played off that it wasn't really affecting me in any way, but looking back, I was a pretty anxious kid. I think it was around age 13 where I really started experiencing shifts in my mood. I was really angry all the time. I was losing interest in hanging out with my friends, just not feeling like myself anymore. And it got to the point where my parents decided to bring it up with our family doctor. I was pretty much told that the symptoms I was experiencing weren't severe enough for me to receive any help for, and that I was going to have to wait around 4 to 6 months before I could get in to see a psychiatrist. I had my first experience of a depressive episode, and I was really just confused and kind of scared of what was happening. I didn't want to leave my room. Things like showering and brushing my hair seemed like the hardest things in the world. And I got severe suicidal ideation to the point where I ended up hospitalized at VGH for the first time. I think I was 14. And that first hospitalization actually transferred me to Ledger for the first time. It was 5 nights where I was staying and living here and got the chance to meet with counselors, psychiatrists, occupational therapists, people I'd never had the opportunity to meet with up until this point. And it was really the first major step in getting help for me. And it was here that I received my diagnosis of bipolar type 2 disorder, as well as generalized anxiety disorder and OCD. Yeah, it really made all the difference in terms of getting to the point where I felt like I could start to recover. And it's an environment where you don't feel judged, you feel cared for, and it's really just a setting where everybody's designated to trying to get you to the best place you can be.
Well, there's just massive stigma. Even though 1 in 5 young people have some kind of mental health issue, we all know somebody that has one.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I grew up in Oak Bay, I had, my parents were married and we had this nice house and this perfect little life, and it still happened to me. It's a big spectrum for the youth that are coming through our doors. It takes a lot of courage to come in and say, hey, I'm an addict, I need help, or hey, I'm depressed, or I feel like killing myself, I need help. Coming from my own experiences, it was really hard to come clean about that stuff. The Foundry was there. They were anonymous. I didn't have to tell my parents I was coming here. I didn't have to do anything, and they respected me and they treated me like a person as soon as I walked in.
Just walking through the doors to address your own health needs is a life skill, and it's something that you have to be the most courageous when you might be suffering the most.
Just in the short time that we've been in this building, we've basically outgrown it. It's gotten so big so fast.
It's very, very busy. Sometimes we open the door at 11 o'clock and we're full.
To support your community, you get back tenfold what you put into it. It's that simple. Whether it's monetary or if it's just listening to someone, that's giving back, and it'll pay you back tenfold. And that's what we've experienced. And a lot of people just give anonymously, and that's amazing. A lot of people tend to be right out there and telling their story, and that's good too. The more we give back to the community, the more you get back, and that's the way we were raised. And that's what we'll continue to do.
For like the first portion of my life, really, I can say I'm very genuinely happy. I'm a lot happier with who I am as a person, and I'm not running away from my problems anymore. I know what my problems are. Always gonna be bipolar, but I know how to manage it now. Ledger and the Foundry and everything has a huge part to play in getting me where I am now.